Day Shooters. I'm your host, Derek Somer, and I have there's nobody here today. It's still just me. But next week, I'll probably have somebody here. This is the last cocktail of the week, the Hiroshima Shooter. This is submitted by Bill. I do also have some Hiroshima cocktails that people have submitted. I needed Shooter. The cocktail doesn't even have the same ingredients, although I think some of them have absinthe. Now, the beauty behind this, here's one right here. This is what it should look like in the end. I made it just to make sure it was going to do what I wanted. The idea is, it's a modified brain, the brain hemorrhage. If you've ever seen the brain hemorrhage, it's It's usually peach schnapps. This is Sambuca, close, but
not even.
Well, close in consistency and texture, not even close in flavor.
Yeah.
But the way the Irish cream interacts with it, you're gonna get that gelling effect. It's not gonna curdle; it's going to fall in and freeze like that, and it looks cool. So it's gonna look like an explosion with tendrils of burning chaos with a cloud on the top, and then absinthe there, because when you're taking a shot and it's got absinthe, it's blowing up your face. But this face, your face hole, that's where the Hiroshima Shooter is really going to impact you. You're going to want some, what is that? Sambuca. I've got a Verna Sambuca. I've got licorice flavor of Verna Sambuca as well, which is also pretty good if you like licorice, because Sambuca itself already tastes like that. We're using Irish cream. We're going to use Cool Swan. If you want a darker look, you can use Bailey's or pretty much anything that's not Cool Swan and it doesn't have that cream liqueur whiteness to it. Absinthe. You can use your favorite absinthe. I wanted to use a green for this because the clear looked like it was just going to kind of be boring, and it wasn't going to look like the ones I've seen. Then you're going to drop in a couple shots of Grenadine. I highly suggest American Beauty Grenadine because we sell it at awesomedrinks.com. It doesn't have high fructose corn syrup. Or
Stirrings.
You can use Stirrings Grenadine, but I have a feeling it will not give the same impact because it's kind of that pink tinge to it, and it's not as syrupy with the Red 40. So I think in this case, if you can't get Fee Brothers, try it with Stirrings, and, well, if you can't get Fee Brothers, I don't know what's wrong. You must be in another country and you can't buy it from us. That would be the only excuse.
Well, technically you could buy it from us, it's just you don't want to pay the shipping.
Right. But you can use any thick Grenadine, let's say roses, if you have to, but don't. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just start it off by using, it's equal parts, so it could be quarter ounce, it could be all half ounces, it could be all ounces if you want to use the biggest glass ever. I'm going to go with like somewhere in the quarter ounce range, and then the rest I may change the ounces just because the hourglass shooters have that taperness to it, so it's going to look a lot bigger on the bottom if you put in a full 3/4 of an ounce or whatever my recipe at the end of this says. Then we're going to add our Irish cream, and we'll do that right now. I was using the vacuum to layer with the other one, but I found that it didn't, it was just too slow for the show. That rhymed. Da, 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 do. This is just a little bit quicker, although you could probably layer this with a spoon if you had to. Boom, you've got your...
That's what Dragon did.
Now we'll do our absinthe. That's what Dragon did, and if Dragon can do it, you can too.
Your tool's all dirty now. Now your absinthe's getting cloudy.
My tool is all dirty.
Yeah, it has...
Are we both talking about the cocktails?
Yes, it has a Cool Swan down it.
That's okay. I think it looks better cloudy anyway. This one was pretty cloudy too, but I think because it's been sitting for a little bit, it's lost...
No, it was never cloudy. It looked like...
Yeah, that one has a little more in it, but that's, yeah. Either way, I don't think it's going to impact it. Then, so you've got your layer. That's your layer. Right now, it looks boring, right? Using a tall, like a cylindrical glass, I think, adds the effect. Then what we're going to do is we're going to drop Grenadine from on high, and this will help it shoot straight down. You're going to drip them in. They're going to blow up through the bottom, leaving a cool effect. And you can use as much as you want. The more drips you do, the more of the Irish cream is going to drop down and tendril up. And of course, you'll have a nice base of red. There. And it will, notice this one's kind of already kind of diminishing in its cool appearance, where this one's got definitely very bright flashes of excellent. And that is really just because You give it time, it'll start to dissipate and it won't look as good. So don't prepare too many of these ahead of time. They will not look as cool once they've been sitting. I hear it doesn't taste very good.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine it does.
Hiroshima Shooter.
It's gonna burn your face off.
Thank you, Bill. Your friend.
The end will taste good.
Well, first thing it does is it flushes your face. Like, I could feel...
Rourke toasted you, but you already downed yours.
Roast! Oh, sorry, I was too quick. I still got some grenadine. The grenadine doesn't help kill the fire. It does make it a little bit hard to breathe for a few seconds. And your face gets really hot. Then your neck gets hot. And then your belly's warm. So,
and then you blow up.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're drooling out fireballs. It's like your Bowser for just a second.
You spontaneously combust.
Yeah, and there is a little bit of stickiness because Sambuca is sticky. The Grenadine's sticky. Like your face, it's just like the lip. Your lips get like a film on them. It's just a sticky mess. Online, I read, and everybody's like, "This is the most awful thing I've ever tasted in my life. Disgusting." It's not that bad. It's if absinthe is the most disgusting thing you've ever had in your mouth,
try Campari.
Try Campari, and then when you try this, you're gonna find out that okay, it tastes a lot like absinthe. You get absinthe, a little creaminess, which helps dull some of the flame, but not enough. Gotta love the creaminess.
We didn't start the fire.
Yes, this is just like the Billy Joel song. I don't think it's that bad.
Rourke says it's hot and dry.
Yeah, it's like you just ate the Sahara Desert without the sand. It's a bomb in your mouth. It's right in your face grill. It's like boom. But if you'd want to dramatize it, you can totally pull it off. I mean, it has definite potency to it. I would challenge you while you're sitting at the bar making these, because that's what you're gonna do. You can make these at home, but don't do that just by yourself. Because first off, that's kind of like alcoholism. But secondly, you're losing some of the impact. Unless you're testing it for the show because you watched us do it and you want to make it at home just to see, that's different. Because that's interaction. That's community. I feel you. I understand you.
Rourke says alcohol scale 8.
Yeah, this is... could be 9 or 10, depending. I would say it was... I would like to say 10 because I don't really know... When something makes your face feel hot... I don't really know of how that scale couldn't be max. Unless you're physically dying. But I would place that at like a 15 out of 10. Whatever. But it's cool looking. Definitely something to do either... I wouldn't say it's a gag, but there's people, let's face it, a lot of people, mainly men, that want to make a cocktail that they could show up their friends with. And maybe drink it straight and just stare at them and see who breaks first and like, oh, and who's the quote-unquote P word. That's Doug, I don't know if Doug would say you're pussy, but he might. It's one of those drinks. It's to show off and to see who will finish it and who won't. Similar to the tapeworm with less squirming, it really just comes down to how much heat you can take in your mouth at a time that doesn't have Tabasco. All alcohol punch in your face, but it looks pretty damn sexy. It's a cool looking drink. You could, if you really wanted to, remove the absinthe and still drink it. I just feel like you're missing the purpose of the Hiroshima, which is to be overly, just not something anybody should be drinking. That, my friends, is the Hiroshima Shooter. At least the recipe I know. I know somebody will have to submit something below that says, you are wrong, that's not the recipe at all. And then that's where I link the rant I did about why that's not true. But this is our version of the recipe, thanks to Bill. Question of the day. Did anybody say anything?
What do you think about an episode of both Campari and Jose Cuervo special, Down the Drain?
I was going to make an episode where I poured my Jose Cuervo down the drain. The problem is I feel like the video I've done has already kind of went down that route. I couldn't say that about Campari because Campari's doing what it's supposed to do. It's a bitter aperitif or whatever it is. I think it is. And Jose is just tequila nobody should ever drink. I can't say nobody should drink Campari because
yes, you can.
but it's only my personal opinion as
Right.
opposed to fact.
It's your show. You can have personal opinions.
I guess I could. But no, I don't think I'm going to make an episode of pouring my Campari down the drain. That just seems like...
No, because then we'd have to buy another one. 'Cause people
eventually...
actually gives us recipes.
Yeah, they send us recipes.
Give us recipes.
There's no way to substitute Campari for something else. So, other than that, question for you. What drink have you done at the bar just to show off? Boilermakers? Cement mixers? It's got to be something. Write it. EverydayDrinkers.com. Lastly, just...
What do you hate more, Campari, Jose Cuervo, or Absinthe?
Yeah, what's the worst? Absinthe, Campari, or Jose Cuervo? I would leave Absinthe alone. It's fine. Jose Cuervo and Campari happens to be a secondary victim. For those that want to win one of these Rake-a-Shakers, the Boston Shaker contest that we've been doing for like a month or so, it seems. We started the pool party episodes. Again, Facebook.com/CocktailTV. Take a photo of you with a cocktail in your hand. It could be you making the cocktail. I've had some requests for that. There's a cocktail in your hand if you're shaking it. You just have you with a cocktail or something like that. Submit it on our Facebook page. I've been keeping track of everybody who did. At the end of July, which is probably 2 weeks from now when this comes out, I think, I'll be picking a winner, and it will be only people who've submitted an image, and it's not hard to do. You will all probably have a phone.
If you're a single female, leave your number for Curtis.
Right, and if you're a single female, specifically hot, Curtis is looking for... he didn't really say he's looking for a hot female, but I mean...
I think he's looking for any female at this point.
Yeah, so...
Love you, Curtis.
If you're looking for a female, or you wear weird, ugly watches...
You're looking for a female?
No, wait. No, you have to be a female.
Yeah.
And you probably want to be in the New England area. I guess he just wants to see pretty females taking pictures of themselves. Who doesn't? But for our contest, you could be male. You just show us, and we can put you into this contest. End of July. There should be no excuse. You can find a camera. Then you go to where do you go? Facebook.com/CocktailTV, EverydayDrinkers.com. If you want to buy hourglass shots of some of the stuff in the show, you can always check out, especially these, one of our best sellers, AwesomeDrinks.com, because we're teaching you how to drink.